Pleasure to welcome you tonight to our Presidential Scholars and Academic Awards presentation. I obviously have to thank our faculty and congratulate the recipients and recognize that we are a community college. That is, we are by of our board members. Dr. Ray Jen, where is Dr. Jen? There he is. Thank you for coming to support our students. Students not only in high school but here at El Camino. And that is because we co-host this. This is really supported by the district in the Presidential Scholar Awards, but it's put on by our students. And so that's special, and that is students recognizing other students for academic excellence, and we're very proud of everyone associated with this, not only the recipients, but also those students who have helped us present today's event. I'm particularly pleased to introduce our Associated Student Organization President because I've had the joy of sitting with her on the College Council. And Jessica Lopez came in sort of wondering, what do I do? And she's going out very authoritative on what. But I'm pleased to say that she's made a choice to go to UC Davis. She had a tough choice, and that was between UC Davis and UC San Diego, and she chose Davis. So please join me in welcoming Jessica Lopez, ASO President.
Hello students, President Fallow, Vice Presidents, faculty, and staff. Every year, El Camino College awards a select group of students who have gone above and beyond the call of their academic duties. This year, you are those students. You have given more than 100% in your academic endeavors, and as a result, are winners tonight. Your academic excellence is astounding. You have strategically made it here. You have the drive, determination, and discipline. You practice what you wish to perfect. Look around you. There is less than 1% of the student population here tonight. To be recognized by a selective group of people for your academic brilliance is something to be proud of. Congratulations on your achievements. Congratulations to the academic award recipients and to the Presidential Scholars. Stay the course, and good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. And now, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker of the evening, Dr. Lars Cheseth, Professor of Mathematics and the Outstanding Faculty Award winner.
Good evening, everyone, and to all of the award winners tonight. It's not that you won it, you earned it. So my congratulations to all of you. I'm actually going to take my cap off because I'm very afraid that the long tassels I'll inhale them and choke. So congratulations again to all of you. I'm very honored to be your keynote speaker tonight. This is my very first keynote address ever. So I really want to inspire you in what I say tonight, and I also promise to be very brief. So I want to inspire you. You would not achieve what you've achieved unless you were inspired. It's also really, really hard to motivate the people who are already motivated. So I have this dilemma. And you know, this is my first keynote address, so I'm trying to figure out what should my strategy be. My first strategy, which I rejected, was to give a sort of standard charge and then talk about that standard charge and end up with one or two quotes from someone famous and probably dead. So, for example, I might have said, go forth and achieve great things. Then return to your communities as the leaders you are fast becoming. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good, and it's true. We really do want you to go on and succeed, and then be an active part of whatever community you end up in, and be a leader. But, you know, the leader talk, it's been done. So instead, I wanted to do something else, and so I decided on a second approach. In this approach, I give a rather unusual charge, tell one illustrative story, and then pose a question. So here goes. Go forth and achieve great things. But as you move on to the next challenge, and on to the next challenge after that. Strive above all else to make yourselves typical, normal, run-of-the-mill. Okay. I'm not asking you to strive for mediocrity. Rather, I'm asking you to strive to make the pursuit of excellence the norm. And you are the people that can do that. I'm asking you to value the work you do with your peers, helping them develop their talents, their knowledge, and their skills, and accepting their help in return when you need it, so that you all achieve excellence. Excellence in an absolute sense, rather than in some sort of comparative sense, where one group is excellent because this other group isn't quite as good. So, I want to illustrate this. I am, or I will be tomorrow, the recipient of the Distinguished Faculty Award, and I'm incredibly honored to have received that honor. Does that make sense? But as a teacher, I'm always very concerned about the balance in the classroom between competitiveness and cooperation and collaboration. And in my opinion, we overdo the competition and we underdo the cooperation and the collaboration. I want to tell you a little story about some teaching I did at Occidental College, which was the college I taught at before I came to El Camino College. So I was teaching a differential equations and partial differential equations course at Occidental College. These are pretty bright people in the class. Half of them were physics majors. Half of them were math majors. The physics majors, in fact, the physics department at Occidental basically had a flavor of cutthroat competition. The math department, not so cutthroat. The math department, we did a lot of things in that department that dealt with team teaching and group work and collaboration. So I found these sort of two cultures meeting in this classroom, and I wasn't having a very good time. Because for me, I really wanted to promote this idea of cooperation and collaboration. So I did something fairly radical. A week before their second big midterm, I gave them the following assignment. I said, here's a paper with absolutely everything that you're really going to need to know for this exam, nothing more, nothing less, not the particular problems, but the general ideas. And I said, you 16 young people need to come together and make sure everyone in the group succeeds as best as they can. And your incentive is that your final grade on this exam will be the average of your actual score and the class average. Okay, so let's do a little math. What does that mean? That means that if someone gets 100, but the class average is a 90, they're going to get a 95. If that same person gets 100, but the class average is a 50, they're going to get a 75. Okay, so is this just a scary story? Well, for some of them it was. And they kicked and screamed. They said, this is not fair, or you can't do this, or this is illegal. And I said, okay, try it. Let's see what happens. But I'm serious, this is going to be your score. A week later, they came in and took the exam. The lowest score on that exam was an 89 out of 100. The lowest score. There were actually no 100s on that exam. Many of these students came to me later and said, that was an amazing experience. It really taught us a lot about the potential for working together toward a goal. And then they said, please don't do it again. Well, that's just one story about what I'm talking about coming together and making sure we bring everyone up. We do our best to make sure everyone moves up. So I'm going to end today by just posing a question for you and not offering any answers. Because much of what education is not about answer giving, it's about question framing. And so here are my questions. What would the academic world look like if we began to value cooperation and collaboration more than competition? Or a second form of the same question. What would the academic world look like if striving for group excellence became the norm? Think about it. And again, congratulations to all of you on your accomplishment. Now I'd like to introduce our MC for the evening, Vice President of Student and Community Advancement. Actually, I should say that more slowly. Let me do it again. I'd like to introduce the MC for the evening, Vice President of Student and Community Advancement, Dr. Jeannie Nishime.